Here with the AUM Warhawks, winners against Spring Hill 6-2 in the opening game for AUM of the 2024 NCAA South Region I tournament. Coach, we'll start with you. Just kind of make an opening statement about getting the first win in your first game of this 2024 tournament.
Well, I think it's just a momentum thing. Getting the first win, it sets a tone. Obviously, it helps, our pitching staff and our morale to get the first game. So just super proud that we were able to come out and get the win and score more runs in Spring Hill.
Just talk about turning to AG game one. That's been what you've done all year, GSC Pitcher of the Year. Talk about what you saw from her to start the tournament on a high note. Very important to go 1-0 that first day.
Yeah, well, we wanted to go to her because she's been our number one, and we wanted to set the tone that we're not taking anybody lightly. AG did her stuff. She got a lot of strikeouts, a lot of swing and misses, and then her defense had her back when their team put the ball in play.
AG picking up the win in the circle. The strikeout numbers were, I think, 6 for 6, your first 6. Just talk about what was going through your mind and your approach early in that game as you had Spring Hill really off balance to start.
I would just say what Coach Scotty said, just taking every opponent serious, not taking anyone lightly, just going in, do what I do, make sure that my pitches are working, and just do what I'm used to doing.
Played pretty good defense behind you. Just kind of talk about what you've gotten from those infielders and outfielders and Morgan and Lexi behind the plate to be able to have that confidence.
They all have my back. I could have not made it this far without any of them. They really are what carries me through. So if I didn't have them, none of this would be possible.
Kat driving in a couple of runs. That's been what you've done all year. Just kind of talk about what your role has been for this team and then your approaches today to make you successful in those spots that you were.
Absolutely. I think an approach is always to be consistent. A team like this, we're very consistent and we work very hard. Driving in runs, I'm in that spot for a reason, and that's what I do.
Coach, getting a second win over Spring Hill, you played them earlier this season. Obviously, every single tournament game is tough to win.
Yeah.
Talk about how important it is to get game one and then going into a winner's bracket game tomorrow against another team that you've already played.
Right. Well, I think, when we played these teams, it was the first weekend of the season. So all teams involved have kind of evolved throughout the year, and they may be a little bit different than they were at the beginning. And plus, postseason is a new season. It doesn't matter what we did in the regular season. Everybody pretty much has a new slate now. So you have to take every opponent seriously, no matter if we've played them or not. We've got to play good softball. We've got to pitch it well, hit it well, and defend well. And hopefully if we're able to do that, we'll come out on top.
Kat, you guys have scored a ton of runs this season. It's almost 8 a game. It was a little bit slower in the beginning, I think, trying to figure that out. What was maybe the message going around the dugout, or what was kind of going through maybe your head in particular as y'all tried to get into the groove of the game?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we were all just excited and all wanted to hit. It's the first game of regionals. We want to hit. We all want to get them runs in. So I think basically we're just telling everyone to wait on their pitch and play their ball.
Coach, going into a game against Nova Southeastern, winner's bracket game, kind of talk about what you might expect from that game as y'all move on.
I think mostly just high competition. Obviously all the teams that are here, they're here for a reason. So we expect every game to be, tough competition. We kind of know them, they know us. We know they're number one. We've seen her a lot. We saw her at the beginning of this year and then last year. So we'll just do what we can to be ready for whoever they put in the circle, make adjustments pitch by pitch, and play our ball, be aggressive on the bases.
AG, this is a very experienced Warhawk team. You're one of those. Kind of talk about the mindset for your club, having won the first game, moving on, got a tough opponent. Where's your team at mentally, and what do y'all need to do for the rest of the tournament?
I think just playing our ball game, doing what we're used to doing all year. We're at regionals, but we've been here before, so just playing like we have all year. There's no need to change anything just because we're at regionals, just doing what we're used to doing.